All right, hello everybody, hello Doris, hello Olga, welcome back to Of the Devil. Last time we successfully defended our client, but it was revealed that Morgan is in fact the heartbreak killer. For reasons unknown, she's just going around murdering people. Whoo boy. I want to see what the fuck is going on here exactly. And she has a prosecutor rival that she didn't get to go up against as well. We have, let's see. Yeah, we're up to right here where we can start what is officially called episode 1, because that was technically episode 0. And the game right now, episodically, is up to episode 2. So, not too much, there's not too much left. I don't know how long these episodes are, but I assume it's like the real episodes 1 and 2 will be like with an investigation section and more of a trial section. So we'll see how they go. Let's start. Hello Mirage, welcome to the stream. High roller mode. One save line, you won't be able to reload your saves while inside the court. Oh, because we're actually going into the courtroom. Quick saving and auto saves. Oh my god! So, what I was told about this before. What this is trying to do is to bring back how Phoenix Wright was when it originally released, and that it was kind of annoying in a way, but it feels more purposeful here because you're actually graded. In Phoenix Wright, the original trilogy, you weren't graded, so the lack of autosaves felt like more of an annoyance than anything else, because if you lost, you had to go back to the save point and literally just re-input everything you inputted before, which could take quite a while. Back when the games first released. Of course, now they all have saving. For the sake of the Let's Play, I don't think I'm going to use this, however. The minimum anti-for hands will be increased. The minimum maximum penalties for answering incorrectly will be increased. But the maximum anti will be increased while allowing you to earn the largest possible high score. I see. That makes sense. Yep. Times. Oh, damn. Time-sensitive choices. You can double their duration or disable them entirely in the settings menu. Oh, okay. I wonder why it's spoiling this part. The episode contains testimony segments, objectionable words or clauses will come read when we prepare to call on them. Well, I want to see what it is. Right, I get it. Standard. Yeah, we'll go standard. Ooh, I like these cards. Pick standard. Enjoy the mystery. No, we're not going to disable tutorials. All right, let's see who this is. Our new case-specific characters, I'm assuming. Listen, I wanted to thank you for coming over. Figures you'd notice. Anyone could tell something's bothering you. You were the first person to say anything. What happened? The police came to see me. In public. No, they wanted to be considerate of my privacy. And that's a first. They want to talk to me about the other week. About my whereabouts. And yours. I'm gonna be playing that probably on my own time. Olga. Yeah. Because that still doesn't have a release date. You know what I'm saying? I told them I didn't know anything. They must have loved that. Funny. I don't know who these two characters are. What would you have done? In your shoes? Probably curse them out. Yeah. I can see that. Is there anything you want to ask me? No. Not even for a favor in return? No favors lost between friends, I say. That sounds like a toast. Why not? To friends. I'll raise a glass to that. Glass him! Vandalism detected.
Incident logged. Record recorded at 8:55 a.m. local time. Geopositional data encoded. If I could have all citizens in the area.
Fuck off, copper!
Visuals impaired. Facial recognition compromised. Pinging nearby opt-ins for corroborating evidence.
Hey, he's lighting up every phone on the block. We need to go now or what, he'll use his outdoor voice? He'll have us pinned down to our dental records before you can say we're Morning, Officer Leo. You look different today. You do something new with your uniform.
Good morning to you too, Morgan, citizen. To answer your question, no. I have not undergone any recent retrofitting. If you'd like a more detailed record of my maintenance history, you can make a request for...
I've got it. Must be the new coat of paint.
You're referring to the act of vandalization that just took place.
Only the most recent one. Super Cop over here has a new dent every time I see him. Scars honorably earned in the line of duty. Scanning the street for jaywalkers and loiterers.
Don't worry, man. A report has been filed and the police are working to resolve the situation.
Civil disobedience at this time of day? What's the world coming to?
They're just stragglers, man. There was a period of unrest in the area last night. Unlicensed protesting and demonstrating without a permit.
Well, I hope you throw the book at them.
The disturbance was handled, but individual instances of volatility may occur during the next 48 hours as we work to apprehend outside actors.
Thanks for the forecast. So does the bleeding stop on its own?
Androids don't have blood, ma'am. This is just a leakage of oxidizing fluid.
My mistake. So you don't need a bandage, I take it.
The leakage will dry shortly.
With that conversation thoroughly exhausted, I let my mind wander as I wait for the signal to cross. I unfocus my eyes and dull my hearing, sinking beneath the hum of the city street. And fading through the lives bustling around me like so much sea foam. Across the way, a large man with worn hands and an ill-fitting belt turns to a gorilla like a hulk of a machine and cuffs his hands in front of his mouth.
Yo, 61!
The machine halts its lifting with uncanny precision and turns to him.
We're going on break.
The robot tilts its head to the side.
Can't work the plier without Schwinn up on the roof, so... Piler. I don't know, take a load off, will ya? Understood.
Came the over-enunciated reply. The man already walking away twists a dismissive wave behind him.
Yeah, understood.
A moment after the man turns the corner, the robot attempts to mimic the hand wave to no one in particular.
Goddamn cuppas on every street corner.
Oh, we have new term. A derogatory word for automated Oh, I see. Particularly ones licensed by or operating under the authority of the state. Interested parties in the automated dependent industries have, on more than one occasion, lobbied for copper and other terms like it, clanker, chrome dome, microchip breath, to be classified as hate speech, arguing that anti-mechanical sentiment constitutes an expression of prejudice. Were it considered a form of hate speech, an instance of obstruction of corporate property, where such terms were used in prior communications would qualify for additional severity and higher fines paid towards the damaged party. Under all but the most radical interpretations of hate speech law, however, prejudice can only be directed towards sentient living things, people, animals, or corporations. Shh. Damn. Oh my god. Oh wow. Oh my god. If you feel that a corporation you know has been the victim of a hate crime, you can vote report it at our confidential portal here. Oh my god. I love body count. You cannot ask someone that. Oh my god. At a bus stop, or what used to be a bus stop, now a charging station. A passionate young man voices his democratic opinion loud enough for the whole street to hear.
They declared martial law when I wasn't looking?
The small woman beside him, trying hard to appear even smaller, shifts in her seat. Well, they're just doing their job, so...
Bots don't have jobs. Except the ones they stole from us. Notice how they don't patrol nearly so heavy in the uptown, even on the worst days?
His audience, captive by virtue of sharing the same charging pole as him, shuffles, coughs, and stares even harder at their phones. The woman looks at her knees and pulls at her shirt. You're kind of embarrassing me right now.
Shh.
He makes a vague gesture with his hand to indicate he stepped off his soapbox, and the shoulders of everyone around him relax a centimeter.
Oh no, that's just...
Oh no, that's just... A woman with exhaustion in her eyes sighs at a hologram floating above her chrome-plated palm. We already know mods, you already know what that is. While a rounded, smooth-looking android pushes a carriage behind her. Cheers. Ellen, walk around the block. Get her some air, would you? Apparently this call can't wait any slower than a garbage disposal out here. Of course, ma'am. I'd be glad to. The android punctuates its sentence with a sound halfway between a whir and a purr, which, judging by the coos and giggles coming from the child, seems to have been well received. Jeez. Robots, holograms, androids, drones. Coppers, if you prefer. Can't so much as sneeze in this city without a dozen different ads offering you a handkerchief. There's a vocal minority that think they're the downfall of civilization, but for everyone else...
You're too kind, ma'am. Thank you for your concern.
It's hard to hate them when they're so eager to please. Crosswalk's giving me the okay. Keep us safe, yeah?
Have a good day, Morgan citizen.
It's a bright, crisp morning in the city. Lights changing and people moving in click-clacking harmony. All smooth as clockwork. Were I in a worse mood, it would all be a bit much. Tragedy of 30-year-old vaudeville. Tragedy's banal. But I went out last night, so I'm feeling pretty refreshed this morning. As I reach the other end of the street, I pivot lightly and give my automated dependent assistant officer L30 my best impression of a salute. Thank you for your service! And of course, he creaks out a mirrored response. No sense of sarcasm, the poor bastards. But I didn't come all this way downtown to poke fun at the only happily employed class in human history. No, I came down here to make an important purchase. Today, I'm going to buy a gun. An Idle Mind, Episode 1. Ah, this is super reminiscent of Cyberpunk. No staff around, but the lights are on. Should I have knocked? Sup? Desk personality setting 6, the cool one. Let me know if I can help you with anything. I've probably forgotten more about firearms than you're programmed to remember. I bet you can. I recently acquired a license to carry concealed. Nice. Are you in law enforcement? Do you shoot for sport? Business or pleasure? Neither. May I ask why you're looking to carry concealed, ma'am? Oh, you know. Assault with a deadly weapon, cruel intent. That kind of thing. Some of my clients live in a very rough neighborhoods. Even in broad daylight, coming down to the lower wards for house visits can be... I see. You're a lawyer. So I guess you could say I'm in the market for self-defense. We have a wide selection of options for self-defense, in a variety of sizes and calibers, with spread and PA fire options available. My bad. PA stands for pseudo-automatic. I know. But for concealed, it'd have to be at least small enough to. This would go a lot faster if I just tell the desk what I want. But walking in here and asking for a very specific model is gun nut behavior. I'm not trying to stand out. Some of the ones I test fired at the range let my soldiers sore for days. Do you have anything more discreet? Right, no problem. Electromagnetic pulse models feature minimal kickback with highest accuracy. One targeted pulse of electricity can disable attackers at medium to short range, non-lethally and quietly. Sure, they're plenty quiet. But they also have piss-poor range, and even sustained fire won't do shit to any modder with insulation less than a few years old. Glorified tasers. Fairly suitable as party favors for anxiety-stricken college kids. Well, hopefully not too quiet. I'd want someone to come running to my rescue. Of course. Would you like to take a look at our mag rails? Bullseye. We are proud to offer a number of models that utilize the latest in miniaturized ultra-capacity batteries to generate a Lorentz force which slings a slug fast enough to miss a limb at over 30 meters. And it's safe? Of course, ma'am. My bad. Two-factor safeties with GPS and emergency services sync. It won't go off unless you want it to, and someone will definitely come running. All those convenient safety features make it incredibly easy for the police, or anyone who can dupe their tool set, to lock you out of your own gun with the flip of a switch. You couldn't walk a piece like that down a single uptown street without passing through 9 or 10 no-fire zones. They're the very worst, most useless kind of weapon a criminal could buy. Sounds perfect! How do we get started? Why does it feel like every desk I run into has to be such a character? Mercifully, it's tucked itself away while the fabricators get the gun tagged. I've got time to kill. So is there anything worth checking out around the shop? Yeesh. What a kill you to clean up a little. Yes, the desk kindly asking customers not to litter can only get you so far if you're not willing to pay someone to sweep up. Wait, is this trash? This flyer, it's scannable. Stagnancy theory. Really? They get a lot of self-proclaimed philosophers in here. Stagnant world, modern man's plateau. Renowned Netful officer Corbin Cawthorne, real name withheld, offers to take you on a deep dive into the global trends and sociological patterns that have driven our planet to the halting point in his groundbreaking and controversial seminar. Moore's Law used to be the benchmark. Now it feels like a pipe dream. We used to dream of humanity marching bravely into space, of artisans crafting virtual wonders that made the confines of our own reality seem limited. Instead, our brightest minds spend all their time and effort kicking a can of climate crisis down the road, while their more fortunate peers spend their most productive working years in search engine optimization and customer experience design. The middle class, eaten alive by the rich they prop up, can no longer afford the very products they help create. Without mass consumer demand, tech no longer has evolutionary pressures to be as small and powerful as possible. In stagnant waters, only parasites and disease grow plenty. The only cure comes from you taking action. There's another link at the bottom, probably leading to a collection dish. Or a state honeypot if you want to be paranoid. They better burn this shit before some neat freak idiot picks it up and gets arrested. Hate these kind of screens. Gotta look at them without your nose turned up or else they start eye tracking. Next thing you know they're saying hello on a first name basis. But I've got practice with this sort of thing. I can skim the headlines at least. Why, the 12-6 work weeks gives us more free time than ever. Oh God. Jeez. I'm 14 and I tried designing a smart UI. It may be the happiest I've ever been. Our term limits are anti-democracy. Woof. Transfusion from warm android saves soldier's life. That's one hell of a headline. If the Animate 16 wasn't selling well before, I'm sure by now it's... Someone left a datapad out here. What's in the news today? Lobo threatens Tetra with ransomware vulgarity. The internationally wanted terrorist and serial data thief, most commonly known as Lobo, has seized a cache of vital Keystone data files. Belong to the Terra Metallics group, according to a press release from the Minimized Mining conglomerate. In a blitz of cross-posts on 90 different socials, translated into all 11 dominant languages, the supposed hacktivist, radical conservationist, and gentleman thief made clear their intent to ransom said files back to their lawful owners at severe cost. Though the posts were quickly flagged and quarantined thanks to user reports, Lobo's latest manifesto, which we have declined to publish here on grounds of journalistic integrity and due to the strong language contained within, has remained in circulation thanks to a loose network of rogue data harbors. In addition to a sizable monetary ransom, Logo put out a list of demands that span pages. Most prominent among them was a call for de-escalation of all conflicts surrounding rare earth metal deposits around the equator. Sources at Tetra refused to confirm or deny reports that Logo's captured data impacted only their billing services, but insisted that the corporation could not be in good faith resume distribution until the ransom situation was resolved. Market prices for rare earth metals surged following the hacking attack, as supply halted and demand rose, stoked by memories of catastrophic supply chain disruption in the mid-21st century. A spokesperson... Wow. A spokesperson for Mining is Progress, a lobbying group that represents the rare earth metal industry, called Lobo's repeated attacks acts of terror against the free market. Whoa there, it looks like you're not logged in. Want to take care of that real quick? Damn. Lobo again. Or someone using their name. Suppose it doesn't matter if they're the original or not, so long as they're a genuine threat. And no one could snare a corporation as rich as Tetra without serious skills. It does seem consistent with Lobo's politics, making demands for... Oh, we can read about Lobo. Hold on. Let's see. The big ballad wolf is here. We tried to press the request, but Lobo beat her ass till we ragdolled. You're welcome for clearing out this cache of soy slop before it could clog your brain's arteries any further. To whoever dumb as dishwater script kitty they yelled at to come fix this, word of advice from your superior. I own that password suggestion algorithm. Want to resecure? Try this. Relax your shoulders, stand up from your desk, take a deep breath, then firebomb your own servers. Literally cheaper for you at this point. For the rest of you slack-jawed screen lobotomies looking for a little excitement in their search history, find a pig and rip their throat out. Till that'll teach you how to run with the wolf. Lobo is king. Damn. So yeah, they're in it for the love of the game, not for money. It's not the first time Lobos voiced their displeasure with the decades-old simmer of conflict around the tropics. But unless the rare earth metals powering all our batteries and fueling all our pretty little androids are suddenly made a lot less rare overnight, I doubt the state will stop taking an interest in those regions' politics anytime soon. There's some kind of news program playing on the screen. Most public places are too scared to put on any channel with content more political than the smiling micro-apartment flippers. But this is a gun store, after all. Power is always political. Wait, how long has it been? Shouldn't take them that long to get my gun properly bugged. I'm sorry. We've received a breaking news story. We're seeing confirmation and yes, we have it confirmed. Lead program at Noble Electronics and famed designer of the Turing solution, Dr. David Asher, has passed. What? Proprietary Vantage automated dependent management systems, along with the Animate series of androids. Must be some kind of corporate propaganda tactic. Or... no, they wouldn't risk... fake news? But why? Perhaps best known for his breakthroughs in the field of machine learning and language. Did she know him personally? Misinformation, maybe. Trying to... authored many of the developments that allowed for Noble's rapid growth and market dominance. David Asher is dead. including the popular desk series of smart UIs. That's very sad. I didn't ask. Sorry, I just... Commands only. Understood. Will you be paying with cash or credit? Debit. $9:41 a.m., July 1st, 2086. Ooh, are we gonna... Is that gonna be the case? Damn. Yeah, incoming... Yeah, I was thinking that humanitarian. Welcome to the stream. Incoming genre switch to apocalyptic AI revolution. That's exactly what I was thinking. Oh, yeah, this is what we already read. All right. Yeah, it's just yeah, saving the articles we already read. Yeah, we already read this one too. Yeah, we read that one as well. What is mist? Mist is a slang term meaning to shoot or to kill that originates from the blood spray and produced when a modern firearms projectile makes contact with living tissue. I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. Huh, we have way less chips now for some reason. I guess this is the official start of a new case. And the gun was light. Lighter than I expected. A real gun should always be heavy. Greater than the sum of its parts. That's one of the things I like about them. Their weight. Like they're anchoring the world around them. Like they're a fixed point in time. Like everything else is just relative to them. Either closer or further to the end. I would have liked something heavier during that walk back to my apartment. I would have liked to have something to feel far away from. Morgan's apartment. Very lovely. Didn't realize I was home until my hand was on the door. Yeah, she must have personally known him. What is this? What am I doing? What am I doing? Fumbling in my pocket for my lighter. Golden, polished, tastefully ergonomic and fine and expensive. And a good lighter. It was a good gift. I kept the card, didn't I? Here it is. To the only smoker in my life. I assume this is him.
To the only smoker in my life. I know gold's a bit much for your personal style. They don't make a lot of these anymore. Believe it or not, you're the only other people who share your vice are stuffy old men with bad, expensive taste. Hope you could manage to get some use out of it anyway. Your friend.
David. The news might have more information by now. Yep, she did know him. Or not. Looks like the net's full of copy-pasted statements from Noble. Auto-edited montages, ill-fitting quotes. Reactions to the news from every micro-celebrity under the sun. Their raw, authentic emotion brought to you live from all the car seats and bathroom mirrors of the world. But there's nothing about his death. Not even a time window. Did he die this morning? Was he found dead in his bed? Had he been dead for days while Noble's just been waiting for the right time to let it leak? Or did he die last night while I was screwing around? Oh! See, David Asher. Lead program at Nova Electronics. Sense of humor unique. See. Custom design eyeglasses. Yeah, I love the eyeglasses. David Asher was a renowned computer scientist, user experience designer, an industry leader, film philanthropist, and lead program at Nova Electronics. He first received worldwide recognition for his postgraduate thesis on intelligent programmatic linguistic weighting, a body of work which would come to be known as the Turing solution. Though he retained, wow, look at all these new edits there. The original patent on the Turing solution for the rest of his life, he was famously unlitigious. By most industry experts' estimates, the Turing solutions as exist in some form in 92% of active automated independent source codes. David Asher's philanthropic efforts and invaluable skills placed him at the front and center of Nova Electronics' public image. Many considered him to be the unofficial face of the company, and his private life graced the tabloids and gossip sections of the net on many occasions. David Asher passed away on June 31st, 2086. Dissemination of disinformation is a Class 3 misdemeanor. Spreading conspiracy theories about public figures is a violation of our terms of service. A large number of suggested edits. Last 44 minutes. A phone call. Better not be work-related. I'm not in the right mood.
Oh, Morgan, thanks for picking up so fast.
She's Jessica Starling, who asked me to call her. Hi, Jess.
Listen, I need to...
I've already seen the news.
What? Of course you have. Duh. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I just... With the company and their people and all that... What I mean is, if it were up to me, you would have been the first call I made.
I wonder... Like, her field doesn't seem to be programming at all. Did she, like, know him in college or something? Did they used to be together? For a decision like that to be up to David's assistant, about 1,000 other noble employees above her on the ladder would have to get axed, but... It's alright, Jess. No one ever really knows what to do with these kinds of things.
Still, I'm sorry you had to hear it from a stream, Cryon.
What difference does it make how the information gets to me? I could have stumbled upon his corpse myself and I would feel mostly the same. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to call anyway.
Yeah.
If I want more information, she's the best source I'm gonna get. Maybe for weeks. What to ask at a time like this? I'm supposed to express denial first, but she's probably short on time. And I don't feel like following the playbook to the letter right now. Can you tell me what happened?
The police, they think that he took something.
Suicide? And the police are already involved.
They say that it was some kind of poison or...
God. Noble's got a lot of weight to bludgeon the state with, especially in this city. I would think that they'd keep the police at arm's length for at least a few days.
Listen, Morgan, I need to ask something of you.
Of course, Jess. Whatever you need. Whatever you need. A bit much, but she's grieving. This is just how people talk. And it's not like my day was really salvageable anyway.
I'd like to bring you up here, to David's place.
What do you mean?
There's something I have to give you.
You're not handling his will already, are you? If the police are involved, it'll be a while before...
No, I'm sorry, it's not like that. Before he...
No, please, don't hold back on my account.
David asked me to get this into your hands. It wasn't work-related. But he asked me. I know I'm asking a lot here, but... since it's turned out to be the last thing he ever asked me to do, I'd like to get it done.
I don't like showing up at crime scenes more often or more quickly than strictly necessary. And that's when I only have to worry about the police. With Noble looming over all of this, security will be doubled and scrutiny tripled. This is too risky. There's no logical reason to agree to her request. Swing by my place with a cab, yeah? Besides my own morbid curiosity.
Right, of course. Thanks, Morgan. Thank you. Wait, I almost forgot.
What is it?
You don't happen to have anything you could wear in black, do you?
July 1st, 2086. In transit. The auto cab hums a synthesized purr as our on-ramp merges onto a canopy superhighway, steadily and suddenly all at once. Not much super about it, but it does cast one hell of a shadow. The canopies always felt very arts and crafts to me. Cobbled together, always added on to, never finished, never planned. It's clearly taken a lot of time and effort to make. But the end result's still ugly. And it feels like it could fall apart at any moment.
You okay, Morgan? You look a little carsick.
I'm fine. Thanks for asking. But if I ignore her text now, she'll just send more later. Currently texting with which?
He Freckles. So your friend Asher in the news. Rip.
Thank you. For trying to be sincere.
Worth a shot.
We all have our strengths.
God damn, you're one passive-aggressive little girl. Why is all your filial piety go out the window whenever you talk to me?
Filial piety doesn't work on you. You love yourself too much to appreciate respect.
True, wet the train. See, Freckles, you can be very insightful. When you aren't too busy side-eyeing the whole world.
Wonder where I picked that up from.
Not from me. I'm pretty sure you were born muttering insults into your breath. The nurses tried to make you cry and you responded by giving them self-esteem issues.
Did you ever have dealings with Noble? 10 out of 10 shifting the combo. Subtle as a car crash. Subtlety doesn't work on you either. Well, it might. If you were good at it. This is me asking you for advice. Okay. I guess it's never sunk in. Because you spent most of your apprenticeship asleep. My clients were all celebs. They're rich and famous. I didn't have that many dealings with the Megs that owned their likenesses. Is it really that different? Hello, Twat, welcome to the stream. Plenty. Celebs don't like people seeing their dirty side. So they pay smart people like me to clean up their messes. Megs don't like people seeing them at all, period. And also, Megs are a lot more lively when it comes to ing. Gross. Hard workers with a lot of stress to vent. Stop. Do you have any actual help to offer? Truth be told, I did have this one run-in where I got deep into corporate intrigue. Why? Because I got caught up the of Annie like 45's poster girl. God damn it. Hard worker. A lot of stress to vet. Glad to know I can always reach out to you in my time of need. I'm gonna let that slide because I know you're in mourning. Look. Corporate types are all a bunch of paranoid drug addicts. Huffing glue and playing roulette on their phones. While fantasizing about stabbing everyone else in the meeting to death. So don't expect them to play nice just because Asher was your pal. My actual advice is, get whatever you're owed, then get that out of there as fast as fuck, boy! That's a beautiful thought, Humpty. Amen, Dad. Corporations for Viking funerals. What's a Viking funeral? A dignified ceremony where the body's sent out to sea in a boat. Then they set everything on fire and sink the ashes at the bottom of the ocean. Try not to linger, Freckles. You don't want to be stuck on board when they start knocking their arrows. Thanks. Well, what the hell was that about me sleeping on the job? I worked harder in one day than any of you Gen Alpha drunks did all week. Should have worked smarter. Lol. Hey, wow, recognizable, Jen. And if you want to go there, you did literally fall asleep on the job. Oh my god. Oh, that's... Oh, wow. She's way older. She's way older than her avatar. Oh my god. Makes her seem... I was wondering, like, she's talking to her. Yeah, she's her aunt, but... Oh my god. She's way older. At the Christmas party. What is that? What is that? Why do you have that? Why do you have that? It's not even accurate. Let's see. Oh, fuck. Okay, I gotta give her a better voice. Fuck berries. Ah, jeez. Work parties are still work, Freckles. Yes. Just older. Just the same thing, but older. I only had my eyes closed. Because all you old farts had your cameras flash on.
Morgan, something wrong? You're sweating.
Just deleting some spam. We've got a couple more minutes of crawling through the canopy's guts before we reach David's part of the city. Oh, Jessica Starling. Let's see. Executive assistant, likes dancing monk shoes, reselling shoes. Just likes hangover soft mattresses and machismo. Charm point her earnest smile, relaxes by bar hopping in the lower wards. Best at reading the stock market. Date of birth July 7th. Wait, depends on the time of day. Occupation lawyer to the rich and famous, semi-retired. Likes handsome men, pretty women, expensive liquor. Dislikes clingy people, prudish people, flying commercial. Jewelry 24 karat. Age difficult to verify. Smokes cigars, Death 13 cigarettes, and other adult stuff. Uptown. Our better half. Gleaming opera houses and towering corporate apartments. Boutique shops with more cameras than customers. Penthouses stacked upon penthouses in a frantic climb to the top of the rat pile. All ringed in by restaurants with long wait times and small serving sizes. The joke is that uptown folks go most of the year without touching street level. Not much of a punchline there. It's basically true. By now his whole block must be swarmed with cops, themselves surrounded by media and all encircled by onlookers. I could try and enjoy these last few moments of calm. But if the storm's coming either way, I'd rather use this time to try and find my footing. Actually, Jess, if you got a second, I was curious about... Oh, yeah, there we go. Always do blue first is what I was told. I saw that headline, by the way. The one where a warm android saved that soldier's life.
Oh yeah, pretty feel good, didn't you think?
So folks at the company must have been in high spirits lately, I take it.
That's what I thought when I first heard about it, but... I don't know. Maybe upper management's never happy. Because they're still just riding sales harder than ever, pushing the traditional consumer markets. I thought they'd start building a pitch for Congress the day the story dropped. A big patriotic campaign telling everyone why we need a contract for warm androids in the military. But I haven't heard about them moving staff around for anything like that. Maybe it's all above my pay grade.
All the corporate power and money in the world. And they're still such joyless assholes, they won't even celebrate their victories. Remind me, how many years did you and David work together?
Oh. Well, I started with the company about 4 years ago. They offered me a temp contract when I was graduating. I was put in HR right in the middle of a hiring bust, so I spent 2 months in the Warrens. Then an aptitude test got me fast-tracked to mid-low management.
Sorry, Warrens?
Oh, that just what we called the company dorms back then, on account of all the, well, all the people. Plus, it was underground. Didn't see the sun the first month. My skin got so dry.
Is that normal in your industry?
Normal for everyone I've ever worked with. Except David, of course. But I mean, he was the best.
Yeah.
One Tuesday morning, Dr. David Asher walked right into my desk like I won the lotto. Said I should come work for him, Dr. David Asher, directly. On a random Tuesday morning like it was nothing.
He didn't like to do things on Mondays. Said people were always too tired to get anything done anyway.
Yeah, that's right. He did say that. I should know by now, right? 3 years of arranging meetings and keeping him organized and occasionally straightening his tie. He was a good boss.
He was a good guy.
Yeah.
When did you last speak with him?
In person? Thursday afternoon.
The day before yesterday.
He seemed normal. I mean, I didn't...
We still don't really know anything, Jess.
You're right. Thanks. Thursday's the last time we saw him. That was when he asked me to meet with you.
I'm guessing you've already been to his place.
Yeah. It's a real mess over there.
It's that bloody?
Oh God, no, not that kind of mess. I just mean with the cops stacked on the media, stacked on the lawyers. Each of them with their own network of drones and all their droning. It's very, it's a very high productivity atmosphere, is what I mean.
When were you able to get over there?
Well, I got a call from legal late last night. They weren't exactly delicate in breaking the news to me.
Last night?
They said they needed my help sorting through all of his... Well, you know how he left things organized sometimes.
He's been dead since last night and they kept it under wraps that long.
I wonder. That's a good catch, Olga. I wonder.
I know there are a lot of powerful people in his circles, but to stop it from leaking for over 12 hours... That seems like more than just your typical powerful people trying to control the narrative. Seems more like there's something they're actively trying to suppress. So you found out last night?
Right. Last night. Oh God! I'm so sorry. I should have told you as soon as I found out.
Really, it's all right. Did you see anything?
No. I still haven't actually seen him at all. He was airlifted to the hospital ASAP, and that's where he passed, so... But, well, I didn't get the impression that the cops had been there all that long. Not compared to the lawyers. They and the rest of the company people seem pretty entrenched.
Noble set up camp before even the police arrived. So what time would that have been?
I guess I got there around 9 p.m. Yeah, because at 9:15 they switched my phone to silent mode and I got locked out of everything but my work stuff. So my last blah at 9:13, see? Gonna expire whoever put me in heel this morning. At me.
They can do that to your phone. Lock you out of social media.
Of course not. Well, unless I'm on the clock. Or off the clock, but on company property. Then they can remote all my tech, yeah.
How convenient.
So if I got in at 9 p.m., I guess the rest of the company people had been there since 8:30 p.m. I hadn't been there more than a few minutes before the mood changed. Word about the hospital declaring him dead had started to leak.
I see. He died after he reached the hospital. That's unexpected. It's 2086. You might be in trouble if you get stuck in bureaucratic purgatory when you need to be in the emergency room. But other than that, if you reach the hospital alive, a good doctor can stabilize most any patient within a few moments. A Noble Electronics lead programmer would have a very good doctor. So what the hell happened? Is she mistaken? Was he just not officially declared dead until reaching the hospital for some reason? Or... hard to think about, I know. Oh, that was Jessica, I think. Where's the log? Hard to think about, I know. Yeah. Or hard to believe. Jess, I have to wonder. What kind of request did David make of you and that it couldn't wait a few days?
Right, of course. He asked me to give you something.
Something? Is she trying to build suspense?
Right, it's just, well, I don't know exactly what it is.
You have no idea.
He asked me to give you the contents of his safe.
Are we headed to the bank then?
No, see, he has this private safe in his basement. Maybe you've seen it? Well, I say safe, but it might be more accurate to call it a storage locker. Or a false wall?
And all he told you was that he wanted me to have what's inside.
Right. He was very clear about that part. Your eyes only staring straight into your hands. Handle it in person, he said.
Strange. This is all pretty analog for someone as technically gifted as David. Coming from anyone else, I'd call it paranoid. But David was never paranoid. Even when he had every right to be. If he wanted this handled a certain way, it must be for a very good reason. So, David asked you to do all this on Thursday, correct?
Yeah, Thursday.
And he passed last night, Friday.
Yeah. Wait, you don't think that when we met he had already decided?
It's not healthy to speculate on that sort of thing. More importantly, it's not helpful. The dead don't have anything to offer the living. I should know.
You're probably right. Besides, we'll need to focus. Judging by the size of the crowd I'm looking at, it looks like we're about to jump into the thick of it. 10:34 a.m., July 1st. Noble Employee Housing Building, Platea. Lobby. And I thought there were a lot of police here before. Maybe too late to ask, but you're not bad with crowds, are you, Morgan?
She's kidding, right? It's downright airy in here compared to what we just waded through. Wide eyes and clenched fists. Head peeking over shoulders and around signs. Police, both mechanical and warm-blooded. Clothing ranks with holograms and quickset wires. To draw a severe perimeter. While protesters, mourners, fanatics, and busybodies shuffle about at the edges of the police line, the heat of their panicked anxiety washing over. Who the hell were all those people?
Well, there have always been people with strong feelings about our products.
Android stepped forward into the mold, gently, firmly, unfeelingly parting the human tide. Most of them with official police branding, but a few remotely deputized consumer models emerged from the crowd to join them. All of them built by Noble. All of them built from David's code. All of them standing vigil outside his tomb. This is all technically company property, isn't it?
Yep, David had the penthouse all to himself, but every other floor's tenants are Noble employees too.
Not an uncommon arrangement in Uptown. Work at Noble, rent from Noble. Wave hello to your Noble neighbor in the morning and make sure to request a spot in line at the official company crematorium. They don't actually do that last part, I think. Does Noble handle employee funerary arrangements?
Yeah, it's a pretty standard benefit actually. It's cheap for them compared to dental. But Noble's always been generous with benefits. Work hard and the company will have you set for life.
And after. Oh my god, are we gonna get like a Mikoshi kind of thing here? I wonder. Both the state and Noble have gotten themselves entrenched here in the lobby. Security and damage control and PR and liability. Everybody's just glad to be working. I'm feeling a little overstimulated. Any chance we can just skip all these checkpoints?
No, absolutely not.
So who do we need permission from? The cops or the company?
My request went through, so we should have the go-ahead from both at this point. We won't need to go near the actual, is it still called a crime scene? If it's not technically a crime?
I don't want to think about how many suits Noble's paying to debate that question right this very instant. David's vault is in the penthouse basement. But we can't get to it from these ground floor elevators. We'll have to ride straight up to the rooftop veranda, walk in its front door, and then head down. If Jess says we can do all that without stumbling across where he died, then...
Okay, so if we just flash my ID card at any problem that comes up,
including him... There's our detective.
Hey ladies, look. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we're at capacity at the moment. Let anyone else by and we won't be able to maintain... Huh. You're that lawyer, Morgan.
You caught me, detective. How long's it been?
Feels like it's been ages.
Oh dear. Not still bitter about our last encounter, I hope.
I'll live.
I don't see the spunky one around. She taking a mental health day to preserve that unflappable charm?
Detective Reyes is around. Why? You miss it that bad?
I've had blind pimples that were more endearing.
you two know each other?
Oh, I think I know. It's in the vault. It's Hermia. It's gotta be the fucking robot girl. Yeah. I just realized it. I can't believe it took me this long to realize it. It's gotta be your fucking Maya. Jess Starling, Meet Homicide Detective Kasim London.
It's a pleasure, miss.
Oh, likewise.
As you might have guessed, the detective and I are acquainted. Comes with the line of work.
Morgan's being modest, sweetheart. They're practically blood.
Wow, me? Sweetheart?
Something wrong, Starling?
Huh? No, nothing wrong.
Yeah, what was that? What was going on there?
But close as we are, I just still can't just let her walk in off the street and onto the scene of an ongoing investigation. Even Noble's lawyers have to play by the rules today.
Play by the rules. So there is a game afoot. This game is really just... This game just making me want Cyberpunk 2 more and more. I don't care if we have to wait until like 2032 to actually play it. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, she likes him. What makes you assume I'm here in a professional capacity?
You're a criminal defense attorney and we're at a crime scene. Call an old man's intuition.
Good detectives don't rely on intuition, though, do they? They rely on evidence.
Oh, I don't rely on it, don't worry. I just need to lean on it every now and then when my back acts up.
Oh, cool.
Oh, she really likes him. Guy gets a bit of gray in his hair and thinks it's a free pass to act like a goddamn cowboy. Well, I'm afraid your intuition is off this morning, detective. I'm here on a private matter.
The deceased wasn't your client?
No, that would have been a conflict of interest.
Conflict of... You two knew each other. I see. In that case, allow me to give you my condolences.
Thank you. But what I could really use is a bit of your help.
You're sure really fast.
Jess?
Right, yeah. We have this clearance here, detective, sir, from legal, which allows us...
All right, little lady. That's all right, little lady. I trust you. You can leave the paperwork holstered for now.
Little lady?
We aren't here for David, really. We won't be setting foot anywhere near your staging area, detective.
Oh. All right. Why not?
How generous.
I can afford to be generous today, because if I screw up...
He gestures to the lobby full of suits and cops.
Plenty of folks at hand ready to pick up the slack.
Well, if you're that at ease, perhaps I can take this time to ask you a few questions.
You can always ask, Tiger. But I think you understand what I mean when I say whether or not I can answer is, not entirely up to me.
You're looking a bit haggard. How long have you been here anyway?
Since this morning. But civilized folks don't call it morning when the streetlights are still on.
Even if he got here on 1 or 2 in the morning. That still means homicide wasn't brought in until hours after Noble had the lay of the land. Sounds like you could use a break.
I could use a retirement package. Hey, you're a lawyer, right?
According to all my business cards.
Think I can sue for elder abuse?
Not that kind of lawyer, sorry. You would lose, though.
I already regret asking.
Why have they got a homicide detective losing sleep over this anyway?
A man is dead, and he wasn't killed by fire, a vehicle, organized criminals, or disinformation.
As far as we know.
So at the moment, homicide's technically not the worst fit. But we're leading in name only. High-profile death like this, everyone's got an eye on us. And a hand placed firmly on the back of our neck.
I've been checking my phone, but the only thing the news seems to agree on is that David passed away.
Sorry, but if you're asking for details...
No, thank you. For not letting them make this into a parade. Yet.
We do our best to respect the privacy of anyone involved with an ongoing investigation.
He declined to say victim. Detective, Dr. Asher was a close friend of mine for many years.
Yeah, he trusted Morgan more than anyone.
Oh.
Can you tell me if he killed himself?
It looks like that's the case.
I see. Thank you for telling me that.
Dr. Ash.
Yeah, you're, well... Sorry.
Another round of guarded words. David was an important man, and it has only been a few hours. But all this tiptoeing gives me the feeling that whatever happened to David, it wasn't cut and dry. You boys and Noble all getting along with each other? Sharing your toys?
Some of the younger ones are bristling. But I always play well with others, Counselor.
And how well do the Megs play with you? They give you full access to building security?
They've given us access, and they say it's full. Some big penumbra system. Top of the line coverage, top to bottom of the building. Size of the data stream's torrential. It'll be a while before we can start making sense of it all.
A more conspiratorial man might think that was intentional.
Berries and data end up we're too swamped to find whatever they're trying to hide? Maybe.
Wait, they gave you full access to the penumbra? But that means every entry in the building is feeding in their full spectrum.
You know this new stuff? The penumbra pulls data from any androids connected to a building's net. That's not much help since
There weren't any androids in the penthouse.
Right.
You know, I'd heard the rumors. Never put much stock in them, but it's true. Asher really never owned a single android.
Never.
Huh. Very interesting. We already knew the Meg, yeah. Yeah. Noble Electronics, yep. Minus 2.58 today, yeah. We've read this one before. Bad at remembering birthdays, good at coming up with nicknames. Cats or dogs both dislike touchscreens, cheap earbuds, white rum. Likes fall colors, morning air, dimples. Homicide detective first class.
Well, I suppose I might do the same. If I was the genius who programmed them all. Every time they opened their mouths, it'd just be...
His own lip service refracted 1,000 times over, echoing back at him from behind a mask he carved.
So that means all you'll have to investigate with are the penthouse's security cameras.
R.I.P. the sidekick phone, Olga. If they still made those, I would absolutely have a sidekick phone. Oh my god. That thing was a fucking treasure.
Yeah, but that should be more than enough to wrap up a case like this.
Sidekick phone is what I was talking about.
In a good way, I mean. We're very much on top of this, ladies.
David was one of the biggest names in tech. He was the face of Noble Electronics.
Uh-huh.
One could argue androids are only as common as they are today because of his contributions to the field. You don't. Nobody remembers sidekick phones. Oh, god damn it. They were the best. Ah, jeez.
Some people felt that way, sure.
So do you think anyone would want to hurt him because of that?
Remind me, which one of us is detective again?
You really won't let me pick your brain?
You already know the answer. Yes, heads are controversial, androids especially.
We at Noble are aware that our products are sometimes the subject of heated debate. But
Yes, humanitarian, exactly.
No need to quote the handbook at us, miss. Truth be told, I've never really understood the hate.
It's not that complicated, is it? How many people have lost a job to an ad that at least once in their career?
Every last one of them lost their jobs because their bosses, the flesh and blood bosses, fired them. Nah, ads are just a symptom. Scratch that. Ads are just a product. Getting mad at them is pointless. And vandalizing them is less than pointless. Isn't like us, they're all insured.
And besides, Android production has surged over the last decade to become one of the nation's biggest exports.
Throw. Nice to have at least one thing we make in this country.
That's right! Noble only outsources the production of a small handful of internal components. Every other part of the manufacturing process is probably done right here at home.
I somehow doubt everyone considers the specifics of Noble's supply chain to be a point of national pride. But you don't need a political science degree to see how much the state values Noble's contributions to the national economy.
Alright, now listen. I don't mind being helpful, and I am trying to be sensitive here. But we really do have a lot on our hands at the moment. So I'm gonna ask you to be discreet, and ideally, fast.
Well, our business is just the basement. David's basement.
Oh, hold on, you guys. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm back. Oh my god. Sorry about that.
Our business is just in the basement. David's basement.
But the penthouse is on the top floor, the roof. So the basement would be...
Second to last floor, if you want to be technical, detective. The point is... Oh, okay, not the basement of the building, but... his basement, the basement of his penthouse.
We don't need to go into the kitchen or the parlor. We'll go straight back to his workshop and then head downstairs.
The kitchen and the parlor.
I understand. But all the same, I'd like to escort you two ladies there myself.
Wow, an escort like royalty. Isn't he such a gentleman? Yes, he's... Lead the way, detective. True to his word, London ushered us past the chattering suits and humming drones, through the checkpoints and into the elevator. As I climbed into the sky, we got a good look at the growing throng of people gathered outside. And its shifting makeup. Seems like it's mostly protesters now. Or worse, brand loyalists. Idiots led around by the nose their whole life, following the musk of whatever trend is laid out before them each morning. Today's trail having led them here for half reasons they couldn't put into words, even if their lives depended on it. They're like insects. Line number 00654. And they look like them from up here. They're probably already preparing their spin. The Misunderstood Genius of Dr. David Asher. A video essay in 5 parts. Why the company insisted on cultivating such a following for him, I've never understood. They could have easily pinned his achievements on someone more marketable. Some random photogenic employee or a fashion model with glasses. David wouldn't have minded. He never wanted the attention, the chaos. Maybe it's as simple as bad luck. He just happened to have the right look for the part. A man buried in his work with his eyes fixed ahead. Noble Employee Housing Building, Platea. Penthouse.
This is... what? His laboratory?
His shop, he called it.
All down to earth.
It's messy in here. David was always disorganized. Why a program needed to make such a mess just to run tests on computers, I'll never... But sloppy as he could be, he didn't like when other people saw it. If he was leaving things like this... He must not have entertained any guests down here in some time. Thanks for all your help, Detective London.
Don't mention it. What, you want me to step out?
We won't take long.
Not looking for boldness, are you? Look, I have to take a phone call.
We'll be in and out as soon as possible. Promise. And whatever Dr. Ash wanted.
Wanted set aside for his foundation. We'll be sure to flag it.
Right. At least she's already wearing gloves.
If we find a dead body, you'll be our first call.
Morgan, what was that stuff about his foundation? Dr. Ash's charity has always been managed by an outside group.
You haven't spent a lot of time around crime scenes, have you?
Actually, this is my first.
Well, generally speaking, it's not really common to retrieve things from the premises while the cops are still searching them.
Oh. Oh!
Look, if David had something to give me, we can go get it. We just can't make a ton of noise about it. Understand?
Of course.
Great.
After you. Right. Quiet as a church house.
The phrase is quiet as a church mouse, but...
Calm myself. I'm okay.
But now doesn't seem like the time to correct her. David's shop was a mess, but the mess felt familiar. It was very David. Coming down here, I barely recognized the place. For starters, there's a goddamn gym. David hated exercise. Always claimed he didn't have the time for it. Even when I got him that treadmill, and the subscription for the personal coaching program with the scheduling subroutine. Said he couldn't find the time. And then even when I explained to him that the program accounted for that and adapted to his schedule, he still...
Morgan? What's up? You're smiling. What's so funny?
Damn, that's a big gift to give to someone. Jeez. They must have been really close. Nothing. I'm just surprised to see the place renovated.
Yeah. He actually had me on mail tag with a couple contractors a while back. Never thought I'd have to learn so much about concrete and wiring and marble. Did you know marble needs to be treated or else indoor air will start to corrode it?
I didn't know that. Is that true?
Wait, is it not? But her guy told me that without an epoxy, finish the entire bar table could...
Is that the vault over there, then?
Yeah. Sounds out, I guess.
Nervous?
What's that? Oh, a little, I guess. But the inhaler helps, mostly, so...
Aren't you going to open it?
Open it? Don't you know the combination?
No, I do not know the combination to David's basement vault.
Oh. Oh, no, how can I have... He didn't tell you or give you a code or...
He gave me the code to get into the building. And the parking garage. But not the code to do whatever this is. Okay. You know, there were a lot of scattered papers back in his shop. Could he have left you a note on one of them?
Yes, he could have. He would have. In fact, I think he probably did. You just stay right here, Morgan. I'll have this settled in just a sec.
Sounds good. Right then. Well, it's definitely locked. Looks like it's a Tethys basic Sturdicture anti-hack, anti-digital, high-rated code panel. Nothing basic about it. But at least I can see the password's limited to 6 characters. Only 1 million possible combinations. Oh, damn. I want to save here. Fuck berries. Let me just see what happens. Slim chances, but what the hell? Why shouldn't I give it a shot? Nothing's happening. Oh, okay, that was dumb. I don't really want to dwell on why I thought that could work. Forget it. There's a different terminal over here. Cotter security systems, according to the label. Maybe it controls the whole room. Damn, it's password protected too. And the code's 64 digits long. What's the point of a camera system that's harder to crack than a literal vault, you egg-headed? Okay, yeah, a programmer probably would care more about his IoT than whatever he can fit in a safety deposit box. Guess it's a 6-digit vault or nothing. But I'm a lawyer, not a lockpick. And whatever other felonies I get up in my private time, I've never pulled off a bank heist before. Only tool I've got here is my head. So what do I know? I know whatever David wanted put in this safe, he wanted it kept secure. They were all wrong? Okay, oh, thank you. Thank you, Twat. And I also know that he wanted me to have it. So maybe he thought ahead. Maybe he guarded it in such a way that I would be the only one who could get to it. David liked games, and he really liked beating me. So if you've left one last puzzle for me, I don't mind going another round. Taking a closer look, there's a pretty serious looking set of resistance training equipment. And these weights, they're all set near the max. If Noble hadn't appointed him a nutritionist along with his stylist, David would be downright scrawny. There's no way he was putting up these numbers. In which case, the digits on weights could be a clue. But there's too many, and I can't guess the order. So what the hell, Asher? Did you just set all the weights to max because it looked more neat? Yeah, I'm wondering, why did he have all this? Did he like cars? It's a very big painting. And it's... impressionist? No, cubicle. Cubist, which is still incorrect. Yes, cubicle. That sounds right. It's not. Whatever its style, I do remember that David liked this painting. If there was a date on it, that could be a 6-digit password. But I don't see one anywhere. Maybe signing your own work was considered gauche among the cubicle lists? David's wine collection, still towering over the room. Big blue painting, Predator, is an oil-on-canvas painting by the mid-21st century neo-abstract expressionist Mads Haystorp. Arguably his most well-known work, it was displayed in the Krollerheim Center to Art Modern for 9 months, before Haystorp entered the premises on 11/25/58 and used a hunting knife to cut the singular massive canvas into 3 separate pieces. Jeez. When asked for comment, Haystorp replied, "My works are not complete until they have been signed." Damn. Tethys is the largest online shopping and consumer shipping corporation on Earth, and a dominant economic force that has frequently courts controversy by skirting monopoly and labor law in every nation in which it operates. And yes, we really do have everything for sale, so ditch this lame-o search engine and head over to our online store to find out what you're really looking for, hot stuff. Oh my god. IoT, Internet of Things, versus network data sharing that goes on between all the countless electronics. Yep. Yep, we read this. Yep, we already read that one. Don't know why he buys so many bottles. He didn't even particularly like the stuff. Maybe just to fill out all these shelves. But not all the bottles are untouched. Some of them don't have dust on them at all. There's a mechanism for retrieving bottles off the rack. The latest bottle chosen was a Murder Comp 81. could be significant. Except vintages only list the year they were bottled, not the month or day. It's not enough digits for the code. This must be a spare liquor cabinet. Damn, there's a lot of good stuff in here. And a lot of bottom shelf swill. The kind of bargain bin vodka and nose burner whiskey that only an undergrad programmer could love. Nostalgia's sweet like that. Overpowering. 1 part per million can corrupt even the cheapest aftertaste. Should I just try to crack the code with that info I've already got? Let's see. Oh, I see. Alright, so basically... Oh, there we go. This flooring's a new addition. Looks rough like sandpaper, but it's bouncy. Rubberized. Feels like something you drag your feet on at the gym or on a factory floor. It's more high performance than high class. Expensive, but not in the way you'd expect for a penthouse. Well, scratch that. It's actually cracked here. Rubber doesn't break, it bends. That's its thing. So someone must have cheaped it out during the installation, left a defect in. That or David left a jackhammer on overnight. Alright, I've searched the whole room now. Time to make a break. No dice. I feel like there was at least one hint I came across. Okay, wait, can I look at it though? Are you freaking AI Somnium filesing me? Not letting me look at the fucking evidence when I have to enter something in? Aye, jeez. Alright. Alright, I guess I can look at the log. Let's see. The only number we got was 81. Let's see. Alright, so we can't enter 0. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, it would be 2081, right? That's right. Oh, we can enter letters. We can enter letters as well. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see. Let's see. Well, let's hold on. Let's see if there's something I. All right. Okay, it could be this 11:25:58. Let's try that one. Oh, there we go. Yep, that was it. Okay. 11:25:58, the date the painting was signed. A password that is and isn't left in plain sight. Nice one. Hey, Morgan, What? How'd you get it open? What is that? I turned back around just in time to see a door finish swinging open with mechanical grace, revealing a girl. Yup! With a barcode emblazoned across her temple. Required by law to be plainly visible. It's an android, clearly marked as such. And yet even standing this close, I could swear it's... Snoring? I stepped forward and placed the back of my wrist on the android's brow. Warm. It must be a prototype for the Animate 16. Or maybe a prototype for the 17? Or 18? A biomechanical android with real human flesh. Sorry, biomechanical, yes, but it's organic flesh, not human. They're grown from lax Gemini cultures, but... Sorry, I misspoke. Right. Understandable, since... You seem surprised, Jess. Has a noble been working on warm androids like this one for a few years now? Yep. Yeah, we read about that. Warm androids like this one? I mean, yes, we have, sorry. It's just that this particular model is very, it's very cutting edge. Bleeding edge, judging by the flush in those cheeks. I think it's safe to say we've found what we're looking for. I think so too. That presents a problem then. Oh, do you not, approve? I've got nothing against androids. My concern is a bit more immediate and, well, practical. Practical? I don't know how to turn it on. Do you see a switch or something? Do you? Can we, turn it around, or... I poked the android's ribs. A little less give than I expected, given its frame, but the rigidity is remarkably lifelike. I place my hand on the shoulder and give it a shake, but it doesn't budge. This thing has to weigh more than...
Right. Androids mostly transport themselves, so people are always surprised to find out they're a bit heavier than they look.
A bit? I'm surprised the whole room isn't slanted. There's no way in hell we're moving this thing without waking it up.
Crap.
You know what this reminds me of? Also Big O. Especially with the way she's dressed. It's some classic 90s anime. Big O, Outlaw Star, often started like this.
First the vault, now this.
I was able to guess the combination just by poking around. Compared to that, finding this hunk of junk's power switch should be child's play. And I think I know where to start. Jess, I'm going to step back into the lab for a moment, all right?
Huh? Oh, sure. There's gotta be a manual around here.
Good idea. It might be some kind of prototype, but it's still got a barcode. Maybe you can scan its GIN number and find something in the company files?
Yeah, of course. All generic ID numbers should be paired with an industry standard files and maintenance, tracking power requirements.
I somehow doubt the enigmatic android taking a catnap in a sarcophagus in David Ash's basement will have a user manual. But it can't hurt for her to try, and...
I'm okay. I'm broke heel, but I'm okay. I carry clue.
And I'd rather search the lab by myself. Now then, if I were David and I wanted to make sure that only one person would be able to walk out of here with that android, how would I set that up? These appear to be holding tanks for something. How should I know? No labels on anything. Typical for a genius. But a nightmare for anyone trying to pick up after him. It's a lot more hard science than I expected in here. Centrifuges and glasses and microscopes. Don't programmers do all their work with a keyboard?
Huh. Cell cultures.
Is he growing the organic skin himself, I wonder? Diagrams of human anatomy. The hands are highlighted. The most developed part of the human body. Good for making stone axes and sending emails. Robots and frames can do just fine with claws or three-digit imitations. But androids are expected to look like people and move like them too. Getting the hands right must be a big priority at Noble. That tree-like shape on the right is a neuron. Those branches receive input of varying weight, and then if the sum is greater than a certain threshold, the neuron fires. A 0 becomes 1, and all the zeros around take that into consideration. Repeat that a couple of billion times a second, and you've got the human brain. A computer powerful enough to simulate all of reality. That's the analogy I read in a magazine, anyway. I haven't seen one since college. This must be a 3D printer. Of some sort. Feels expensive enough to make other printers look like soda fountains by comparison. Better not mess with any of the settings. Looks like a fairly normal computer. If I'm lucky, the security will be fairly normal as well. Boot up complete. Username. Vocal commands. David Asher? Morgan.
Guest. Thank you for logging in as a guest. It didn't recognize my voice, so I can properly rule out a vocal command being the key to waking the android. Do you have a question? More than one. For now, though, what should I search for on his computer? Search files for Morgan. 23 results on the local drive. I can work with that. Mostly phone book and social data. But I don't recognize his file type. Some kind of personnel format. Date of birth, education, occupation, blood type, height, and weight. Alright, buddy, little invasive, don't you think? DNA and fingerprints. Now, why do you have that, David? My DNA isn't in any database. I've made sure of that. So he couldn't have bought this anywhere. He must have collected it himself from a wine glass or the like. It would have been easy to do. But why do it? All right. I'm starting to get a pretty clear picture of what it'll take to turn on this android. I've got the what, but the where and how, I'll just have to manage. It's still just a piece of machinery. If it really won't turn on, I can always start hitting it. Morgan, there you are! I've looked in every registry I could find, every database to get into, but I don't think this android is in the system. It was a long shot. Don't beat yourself up over it. Yes, but an android without the proper identification is... It's only buying or selling an android without proper identification that's illegal. And it doesn't seem like he ordered this online. I guess you're right, but... Huh. We'll have it registered soon enough anyway. I think I figured out what we need to do here. Oh? If David really wanted me to have this, he would have left some way for me to turn it on. What are you thinking? David had my fingerprints and my DNA on file. By requiring both, he could be reasonably sure that no one was powering this android without my approval. You've done a swab before, haven't you? Every month for the company. Apparently they're building a database on employee epigenetics cross-reference with... Oh, sorry, you're gonna... My DNA and my fingerprint make the key. Now where to find the log? Hand. Probably gotta be the hand, right? Because you're talking about the hand. There was that diagram back in his shop. Was it meant to be a literal handshake verification? Huh. I thought that would work. Wait. Oh, huh. I thought that would work. Me too. Sorry. Nose? The nose? I guess it's not impossible. Morgan? Are you really gonna stick your thumb up its nose? No, I'm not. If it takes something that silly to boot it up, I don't even want it anymore. Lips? The lips are one of the most sensitive parts of the body. Not the worst place to make a scan, if it is gross placing my finger there. Oh, that's... Still not doing it, huh? Come on, do I really need to push my finger deeper? Jiggle the key? Oh, man. You went right in there. Are you touching the tongue? It's blinking at me. Oh, that was it.
Good morning. Good morning. Sarah is her name. Good morning to you, too. Very stylized. Cute. Hello. I've never seen you two before. I guess we should introduce ourselves then. Hi. All right, here we go. Robot Maya, let's go. This is Jessica Starling. She works for Dr. Asher. I'm Morgan, a friend of his. I got all that? I understand. She is Jessica Starling, and you are Morgan. Last name unknown? No, Morgan is my last... Father told me about you. He did? Wait. Father? David. You had to call you Daddy. I am referring to Dr. David Asher. Are you confused? That's not the word I'd use. I'll throw a bone beyond the grave for the good doctor and just move this along. Did David say that he was giving you to me? Transferring ownership? Ownership? That is correct. And what else did... Mostly correct. Right. And what else did he tell you? Many things. Can you specify? I thought conversation was the first thing David figured out how to program. Did Dr. Asher tell you anything that he wanted you to convey to Morgan? A message you were supposed to pass on? Yes. Jess, I think it's trying to... Oh, okay, sure. I'll give you two. Or, well, I'll give you some privacy, Morgan. I've actually gotten about 14 messages in the last 2 minutes, so... I'll just try and head back up to the lab to take some calls. Okay? Thanks, Jess. Yes. Thank you, Jess. You're welcome. Just the two of us now. So what do I call you? My name is Sarah. It's nice to meet you, Morgan. Trust me, the pleasure's all mine. So what's the message? Father told me that I would be living with you from now on. And he told me that you would look after me. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Should it? A model this lifelike with warmth and breath and something close to blood in its veins. Just what are you, anyway? You forgot my name already. It's Sarah. What were you built for? You're warm, obviously. You're not one of those physical therapy models, are you? That would be highly illegal. I haven't completed 500 hours of study at a state-approved massage therapy school. I haven't even completed 1 hour. What purpose did Dr. Asher design you for? I don't know the answer to that question. You don't know why he built you? No. Should I? How can you not? Do you? Would I be asking you if I did? I meant, do you know why you were created? Why you were born? Oh, damn, we're getting Blade Runner here.
Why? Why me? Why would you? Why are you doing this? You're a freak, a monster. What the hell's wrong with you? Please don't kill me. Please, why? Why? Why was a monster like you even born?
Oh my god. Oh, that was... Ooh. Someone was telling that to Morgan. Oh, that was a flashback, wasn't it? I guess I walked right into that one. I was starting to wonder if you even had the Turing solution.
Father's framework for programming linguistics in artificial systems, and the body of work for which he first gained international recognition.
Yes, an international
Do you have an answer to my question? An answer as to why you were created, why you exist?
Occam's razor. I'm here because my parents wanted me.
I see. Then I will give a similar answer. I was created because Father wanted to make me.
Can't argue with that logic, can I? Yeah, the smug look is very funny.
Can't argue with that logic. Father did say that you're a lawyer.
Yes, that's me.
You're a lawyer, and I defeated you with logic.
World-class high-power attorney, the best defense money can buy.
So, do you catch criminals?
That's what cops do.
Do you litigate criminals?
That's what prosecutors do.
Then do you fight for the underrepresented? Expose injustice? Sue corrupt corporations and officials?
I don't think anyone does that anymore.
Then, what do you do?
I'm a criminal defense attorney.
A defender of the innocent and powerless.
She's very innocent. Uh-huh.
Do you also?
Now that you know all about me, what can you tell me about yourself?
I've never had to do that before.
First time for everything. How old are you?
I'm not sure I can give a satisfactory answer.
Oh, for two on answering simple questions. What's the date on your earliest memory?
2 years ago.
And where were you constructed or assembled or whatever? What facility?
I was not constructed at any facility. Father created me here. By himself.
You're saying if I took you apart, I wouldn't be able to find any markers from any manufacturers, any IDs of any designer?
You want to take me apart?
David was a programmer, not an engineer. How could he build a custom android from scratch in the comfort of his own home? He had someone else with him. He couldn't have. He must have had help. Probably a whole department's worth. If I ask around, there's got to be someone in the company who can ID this thing. And let me figure out what's so important about it. You don't look like any android I've ever seen. What are you made of?
This body is comprised of organic tissues integrated directly into cybernetic systems. They require organic nourishment, including water, carbohydrates, and salt.
Wait, warm androids have to eat and drink? They cannot be worth that much trouble.
My cybernetic systems operate largely as analogs to their equivalents in the human body. I have a respiratory system for oxygen exchange and a centrally located pump that circulates oxygen.
You mean you've got a heart? How quaint. But where does all the extra weight come from?
Pardon?
I tried moving you earlier and it felt like I was pulling against a truck.
My skeleton is a combination of medical-grade plastics and a military-grade titanium carbide alloy.
That sure took the wind out of her sails.
My muscles are made of adaptive rare earth alloy, nanoweave fiber, with shock absorption, kinetic chain potential rated past.
Wait, did you just say military grade?
I have a grip strength above 1,000 kilograms. I can run at sustained speeds over 60 kilometers per hour. I can jump 6 meters vertically. I can lift approximately.
I'm not sure what kind of grip strength both androids are walking around with, but I've never seen any of them move the way it's talking about. Even just standing there, it seems to be poised.
Oh yeah, she's a fucking Terminator.
Controlled, spring-tight, strength and flexibility like a ballerina or a gymnast. Strong enough to flip over a tank, lifelike enough to avoid detection. As long as it's never stepped on a scale, it'd make it for the perfect infiltration unit. The perfect weapon, if you could keep its development a secret. Did David really put something that heavy on my plate? Dismantling a military prototype in secret.
Are you deep in thought?
Well, a military infiltration android will look more crew-cut and forgettable. And would David really devote personal time and effort just to make another weapon for the military?
I have other features I could tell you about if you like.
If I shot you, would you die?
It would be very painful, and there would be a discharge of fluid. But conventional weapons would not prove particularly effective.
That settles it. This thing's a weapon, sure as I...
Would you like to know about my hair?
Your... hair?
I'm impressed you noticed. Each fiber contains miniaturized solar cell lattice technology, allowing me to remain charged throughout the daytime.
That must come in handy.
I actually haven't had the chance to use it yet. This room has ambient wireless charging functionality. And I haven't gone outside much.
Okay, maybe it's not a weapon after all. You are just a pincushion, aren't you?
I'm not familiar with the term. Searching. Pincushion. Jargon. Design. First to prototypes with the experimental technologies to check for compatibility issues.
Got an idea, not sure what to do with it? Stick it in the pincushion. It's a good explanation as any for what I'm staring at. A mishmash of state-of-the-art military features, spiced with odd new technologies and seemingly pointless additions. The end result being a singular, unsellable android that wasn't particularly good at anything and would break down after only a few years. Pincushions are a small but valid part of the field of android manufacturing.
They are valuable to collectors, who see them as time capsules filled with their designers' most outlandish ideas and least reproducible results.
But even the most nonsensical pincushions are built via committee, over years with numerous engineers and programmers adding to their pet functions. The android before me claims to have been built by one man. A man who's now... Seems we got off track there, Sarah. Was there anything else David told you to relay to me?
Besides that, you were to look after me. He also told me that you were reliable, and that I should trust you. He said that I was to listen to you and obey your instructions.
Finally, some good news.
As you say, Adonai.
What's that?
That word you called me.
What was that?
Adonai, from classical Hebrew. Translated literally, it means my lord. Do you prefer that I call you master?
No.
Very good, Adonai.
Why David use Hebrew, though?
The legend of the golem, maybe. Abrahamic myth tells of servants constructed out of earth and clay, designed to resemble and obey their masters. Golems.
Yep.
Father must have found the comparison appropriate.
Amusing, more likely. It's just a joke.
Father would not make light of such a thing.
Sure he would.
Perhaps we should ask him to clarify his reasoning for himself.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Where is Father, by the way? Is he upstairs?
When was the last time you were active?
38 hours ago.
Thursday night, then?
Correct.
Right. David Asher is dead. He died last night. Understand?
Oh. May I see him?
See him? No, I won't be able to see him. Funeral's not for a few days.
Father was not... He was not sick.
I don't feel like doing the whole song and dance with 2 robots in one day. That's very charming, but let's go to commands only.
What? What happened? Did he have an accident?
Why is it still doing the theatrics? Does it not recognize my authority yet? The police have determined that he committed suicide.
He made a robot with free will. Ooh boy.
For the time being, we ought to focus on getting you properly registered. Maybe then you'll take commands the first time I say them and not...
The police are wrong.
Excuse me?
They are wrong. Father did not commit suicide. He would never do such a thing. Father had... He told me...
Look, Sarah. I'm... sorry?
You are sorry. Father said you were his friend. How are you so calm?
I've been around death a lot. So don't try to lecture me about grief, Spearmint.
My name is Sarah. You will use it because my father, Dr. David Asher, the greatest programmer in the world, gave it to me. And he did not kill himself.
Let's say you're right. David didn't commit suicide. If that's the case, the police will realize that soon enough.
The police have already made their determination. That's what you just said. Father said that you were a lawyer, that you were capable and reliable, and a friend. You should be looking into his death.
That's...
order. Of course not. It is a request, Adonai.
A request that I'll have to refuse. The police have their job and I have mine. If I stick my nose into their investigation any further, they'll come down on me hard. Cops don't like lawyers on principle. But what they really hate are people who tell them how to do their job. Let's go. We need to...
Father asked you to look after me.
Yes, he did. He also said you should obey me, but you don't seem quite as fixated on that part.
And he said something else. He said that you owed him a favor.
One favor.
One favor. Oh, that was her.
The thin ice starts here, Spearmint. That was between him and me.
Father is gone, so now it is between you and I. And I am calling in the favor now.
What?
You don't have to take care of me anymore. Consider that request null and void. You can sell me to some collector, or you can donate me to the university. It doesn't matter. In exchange, we'll prove Father didn't kill himself. And you will make sure that whoever hurt him is held accountable. Why are you laughing?
It's you and me, not you and I. You and me. David would roll over in his grave if he knew you gotten that wrong. Huh. I guess the rules of grammar have changed. Huh.
It was not my intention to amuse or rotate.
No, that's for damn sure. Fine, I'll take that deal, Sarah.
You mean you will prove that Father did not...
I mean, I'll look into it. I'm a lawyer. I don't prove anything. I just disprove what I can.
Then where do we start?
We? I didn't realize you had a law degree.
I do not have a law degree, but I am a fast learner.
This isn't a job interview.
And I am far from useless. I can...
The ad did raise at least one good question. Where do I start? I'm a defense attorney, not a police detective, and David was my friend, not my client. I won't be able to poke around at all unless...
And I am also capable of...
Can you tell a lie?
I am capable of making statements that are false.
Guess that'll have to do.
Are you going to ask me to lie?
Yes. To the police, in fact.
Lying to the police is a felony.
Androids don't commit felonies, they make errors.
I see. What kind of error did you have in mind, Adonai?
Damn. All right, wowzers. All right, yeah, we read about warm androids before entering solution. Yeah. A number of think tanks, charities, and corporations hold bounties for designing new Turing tests for the sole purpose of running them against David Ash's work. Though none have announced the awarding of any prize money thus far. Whew! A generic identification number is a string of numerals, typically encoded in barcode that labels an automated dependent. Early on in the automated-dependent industrial revolution, concerns about lessening gap between man and machine led governments to pass laws mandating that all ads clearly identify themselves as such, to counteract rapid disinformation and identity theft campaigns. Manufacturers responded by stamping the Jinn code on android bodies, most commonly on the cheek, above the collarbone, or on the back of the hand. Some companies placed the Jinn on the wrist, but this quickly incurred backlash. Yeah, seriously. What the fuck, man? Concerns about automated dependence impersonating humans have dropped precipitously since then, and the Jinn had instead taken on new life as a cultural icon, powerful and easily recognizable as any corporation's logo. Fake Jinn barcodes, fins, are one of the most commonly requested tattoos. The vast majority of reputable parlors will draw a line through the barcode once finished to avoid breaking identity law. There are some clients who care little about the consequences. MMA fighter Sam Lee Paka infamously sports a Jinn tattoo across his right knuckles. It makes a show of signing a check to pay the fine for displaying a false Jinn on an international broadcast every time he enters the ring. Wow, things are getting really tense here. Holy shit, man. Well, I am really excited to see where this goes. We'll find out on Tuesday when we continue. Holy shit, man. Very tense. We don't even have a defendant yet. I wonder if it's going to be like the protesters that we saw in the beginning earlier. Damn, it is so tense. Really, like, I wonder what Sarah would like know about when she finds out about Morgan. Like, holy shit. And what other secrets does she have besides being like a literal fucking Terminator in strength and power? Thank you so much for joining me today. Until next time, I will say so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.